the shop today, and today is all about the Blue Corvette project. For those who've been watching, we do have a brand new 632 to go into this. It's an all aluminum big block Chevrolet. Now, yeah, it's not a Pro Charge Hemi, but it is really, really fast and very capable. One thing I love about it, it's got the button where you spray it. So for nitrous and nitrous lovers, this will be the build for you. You want to watch this. Today, we plan on a very quick order, get the new engine in the car, bolt the transmission up, the converter up, get all the plumbing done to it, put the nitrous back to it, and hopefully have it running here in about an hour and a half. We'll see. Big ask, but I think the team can do it. For those who saw the picture online, it's been up on 3 wheels on radials, racing Charlie Brown. So right now we plan to put this engine in, put a lot more nitrous to it, because when I go test on big tire and the wheelie bars, if all that goes well, we get the tune-up right, we're taking the wheelie bars off. I know some people call them sissy bars, and I would agree sometimes, but it's good to test on them because they're a little safer. But we'll take those wheelie bars off, put the radial setup back under it, and see if we can't run mid-6s in a fully street legal 63 split window Corvette. Hey, that brand new Nesbitt 632 has got to go in here. Not only do we need to install the engine, but when we get it in here, we've got to go ahead and install and hook up the transmission, our converter, and hook up our throttle linkage. That's important. Even Mystery Mike knows you gotta have throttle, and these fuel lines. Now this car is nitrous injected, so it runs off of race gas, but we've got a whole bunch of nitrous that we're gonna apply to this thing to make it go really, really fast. So with that, you'll notice at the front of the engine, we've got 2 regulators on this combo. One is gonna be for your primary fuel. The second is gonna be for when you spray that nitrous super hard. It's not just nitrous, you have to have nitrous and fuel, otherwise it goes kaboom. So we're gonna depend on somebody else that took it apart and labeled it. Yeah. That's not here. And we're gonna do all this in an hour.
Just a big block. That's all.
It's a Chevrolet, not a Dodge. A Dodge is the one that takes forever to do. Dodge is like you gotta read the Chilton's manual, you gotta flip to it and do YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, this is a Chevrolet. This is easy.
Almost I think. As easy as a Honda. Yeah.
4:46 and at 5:45, so in less than 1 hour, we want to have this all in. We'll give it a shot.
Sure, we can put a motor in it in an hour. Absolutely.
You need the motivation from Mr. Mike, right? Yeah. So let's get this done.
Woo!
With the last 632 we had in here was the converter. As you build pressure, it actually balloons, and the snout of the converter here goes into the back of the crankshaft, and it's supposed to slide in there easy. What happened was that snout and the crank were actually binding, so the converter wasn't ballooning and hitting the back of the converter, but it was ballooning and pushing the snout that was pushing on the back of the crank, which actually almost blew up our last engine. So I got really lucky. I broke 2 valve springs, messed up a crank, but did not actually blow up the engine. Didn't spin a bearing, didn't snap a rod. So the repair was a lot cheaper than what we thought, which is great. Spend more money on grudge taxi that way. But this new engine, I think is gonna be a lot faster because that was an issue from the very first pass when we put it in the car.
Come from Harbor Freight?
Not quite. Almost.
A Harbor Freight. Oh, this is Harbor Freight for sure. The engine stand, no, that's I believe from Pit Bell, yeah. Not as good as Don Power Wash, but they make some good products. We have not heard from Don. So Procter & Gamble, I used to work for years ago. So P&G, Don Power Wash, I know you guys can spare at least 85,000 bottles of Don Power Wash. We really could use it. I mean, look at my hands. I've been working for like 5 minutes. Don Power Wash time. And see, for those that thought you had to have power tools for everything, this is more exercise. So just because you don't have time to go to the gym, doesn't mean you need to stop working on cars to go to the gym. It just means use manual tools, then you can say you worked out and you got to work on your car.
I don't know how anybody worked on a car without an electric impact anymore.
Well, you had more time because people weren't dialing you up on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And you weren't on social media looking at mindless stuff on social. And this one, we've already got our flex plate installed, so that part's done. That'll be required for that Power Glide transmission and converter to bolt up to. Should have plenty of power to start, a whole bunch of power to run. Let's see, more exercise. Who needs to do tricep pull downs when you can do Harbor Freight jack stand-ons? All right, my part's done. Now we're still waiting on them. So if we don't get done, it's definitely their fault. we had to call our engine builder just to confirm a few things on the new engine for the Corvette, and he has a trailer question. So of course, side quest.
Yeah.
Side
Yeah,
quest.
so we got to do it.
Now we got to
Time.
do a FaceTime diag.
Yeah.
Yeah, FaceTime Diag. So this is Brett Nesbitt. Anybody out there that needs really high performance engines, Nesbitt all the way, whether it's big block, small block, this is your guy. We're gonna now help him on trailer stuff though. And Brett, we're YouTubing, so I'm promoting you on YouTube. So you're gonna be on YouTube later on for Nesbitt Performance, anything engine related. So we called you on an engine question, and we're returning the favor by answering a trailer question. So I've got my whole crew here. So you have got the brain trust of Right Trailers service team. So go ahead, what you got?
And
So
then
power to the stud on the left side, Brett,
Yep, ground it out to the.
and ground it out to your strap where it's connected there, and that should give you power. Yeah, that's your ground where your thumb is, power where the index finger is.
And see if I shoot fluid everywhere.
Yeah, because it's grounding on the frame
Right, okay.
from bolting down.
Right, okay. Yep.
What I do, put power to
Yeah,
this.
power to that, and then put your ground to the motor case, and that's gonna bypass the solenoid, and it would give you power direct to the motor.
If it don't work after that, just throw it at the wall.
It's basically a proportioning valve for the hydraulic fluid.
It
So-
just needs to basically be cracked open
Correct.
to start with.
Correct. Yep.
All right, man. I'll work on it.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna get working on this.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
All right, side quest is now done. That was a 6-minute delay.
game on.
All right, so 5:51. Let's go. Let's do it. So on this car, the headers are not all one piece because you've got stuff you got to go around as far as chassis bars, steering linkage, stuff like that. So when you go to bolt the headers up to the head, it's multiple pieces of flange. It's not all one continuous flange. Oftentimes, when you do that on cars, if you use like a thinner header gasket, you're gonna have issues where it'll blow out. You'll run it maybe for a couple laps, you know, if you're running circle track or for drag race applications, a couple passes, and you'll start seeing almost like black soot on the head where the header mates up to the head. And what happens is on the thinner, cheaper header gaskets, you'll actually get a blowout in between the material of the gasket. And what that's caused by is the flange itself isn't really uniform when it goes up against there. So if you have that, then you start losing power because when it combusts and exhausts out, you've got pressure releasing prematurely without going out the header tube, which is not good.
I think that's a really good call because the last thing I would want to do is prematurely lose my power.
This is true. This is true. So, if you want a really good header seal, use a really good header gasket. So for these, we actually use these guys. When you put them on there, it actually crushes a little bit. Super, super good seal, and it lasts all the way till you take the engine apart. But I don't know anything, right? Mystery Mike, I drive a training mini funny car that has an engine powered by some mystery fuel that goes and has no reverse. Where's reverse?
You're only supposed to go to the tree. It's a junior drag, so it doesn't have
You
reverse.
said burn out. I was like, let's go.
I do have some power tools in the truck.
We don't use power tools around here in this shop, buddy.
Again,
That is our power
exercise.
We got less than an hour.
tool. That's our power
We got
tool,
less
buddy.
than half an
Oh
hour
my
now.
gosh, this guy's complaining.
Look, Corey's favorite brand of tool.
You know he loves the yellow.
Don't forget the
tools.
collar. Game changer in the garage. Pivots the engine without any stress. You want to use a power tool, don't you?
Or ratchet wrench.
Tricep pull downs again. Or maybe it's partially a bicep curl.
You ain't gonna have to go to the gym. You're getting all the workout putting this in.
Nah. Just
He
think.
gets paid by the hour.
I paid by the hour, yeah.
He's only got 1 hour.
It's the amateur hour. You don't jack a car up with wheelie bars because then you can't go high enough. So we're not using anything fancy. Harbor Freight cherry picker, some hand tools,
Harbor Freight hydraulic jack.
Harbor Freight hydraulic jack. The dog almost came from Harbor Freight, but not really.
Dog came from Marketplace.
Yeah, the dog came from Marketplace.
You make me nervous doing
Let
that.
it slam
Harbor
right
Freight jack. Oh no, I use them at work. They go, well, bam!
Great. Danger.
A finger horsepower.
There we go. We still got the mount holding the transmission, right? The crossbar under the training?
I think so.
Alright, here we go.
Yep.
Going down.
Looking pretty good. Looking really good, actually.
Yeah, front plate's going on the front. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, so we can get that set in, and then we'll throw the front plate on. Are we still clear on everything else?
Yep.
Okay. Do we want to tilt the motor some, or think we're good?
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Wanna
get
tilt it?
the
Yeah, let me-
dowel pins in.
Yeah.
Going down. Here we
About
go.
an inch. You're gonna have to come up, ain't you?
Just a tad. Yep,
There you
right
go.
there.
All right, I'm in.
You're in?
Yep.
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 Perfect.
Oh, yeah,
Got
okay.
anything, bada boom.
Hold,
There we go.
hold
Yep.
that
There
thought.
we go.
So we have the official snack of Mystery Mike, and now we have the official tool. The knife that does it all.
The knife that does it all.
Yeah, self-sealing sealant. Self-sealing sealant. Say that 3 times fast. Self.
Let's see the shit.
I will say that's more precise than I do. That's pretty impressive. It's kind of like a finger painting contest. Oh man, Isaac, you got some stiff competition over here.
I win.
Oh, he going wild.
Quiz time. What type of tool do you need for this type of head of screw? I say Phillips. What do you say?
Electric impact.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say
Square
a
number
manual
2.
Allen wrench, dude.
All right, square number 2, Phillips. What do you say?
I say a Torx 30.
A Torx
30?
30.
I say
He's gonna-
I say a flathead
What'd
number
you
2. I think that'll go in there.
That is a 35.
Oh, a Torx 35. Look at there.
I think that's a 40.
All right, for those online that answer Allen, you know more than I do. So a little bit more than an hour, but not much. Honestly, like an hour and 15 minutes from the time we started rolling the car out of the shop, using basic tools. Isaac did cheat a little bit with the power tool,
Electric tools.
Electric. Gotcha.
and I did use a power tool on one. But overall, I think an exceptional job by the team. This 63 blue Corvette now has a new heartbeat, and we are not too far from putting fire in the hole. And I think we have a little bit of a challenge that we're going to take on, and that is to do a longer burnout than what Cletus did in Eagle.
I can't believe they wanted this to drive Eagle.
I wonder who's going to drive this to do a burnout. I know I can't drive it. I can't back up. I just learned last week that the brake pedal's on the left side. Yeah, brake pedal's on the left, gas is on the right. I think in Europe you drive on the right side. Are the brake pedals and gas pedals switched though?
Is he can't put his peanuts on the dash for this one. I think is what he's right.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that
right.
what we're saying?
So
Yeah.
if I try this, we got to have some peanuts for the dash, because that is the official snack of Right Trailers and Mystery Mike.
Looks like a job for power tools.
Oh man! One more try here. Here we go. Nope, not happening. All right.
Get the knife out, buddy.
It just needed a little taparoo there. God, prematurely lost my
See?
power again.
All right, everybody knows dinner time is really important around here. So last night we came really close to finishing up with the blue Corvette, but we lacked just a little bit. Got the engine in. We need some more details this morning, like headers, carburetor, fuel lines, and then we'll be ready to go. Get ready for what you're gonna see. All right, so we've got fuel. There's our black lines. So on nitrous systems, you got a solenoid here. That's gonna activate fuel whenever the nitrous comes on. That'll go into this solenoid and this set of lines, and then your blue is actually the nitrous. So if you look on the nozzles here, that nozzle is actually injecting fuel through the red, nitrous through the blue. So for those that think about it, if you're just spraying nitrous, you can't do that because you actually blow it up. Nitrous makes more power takes more fuel. Without fuel, you just got a whole bunch of oxygen, a whole bunch of heat, guaranteed to burn up a piston. And so for technical knowledge, for those that don't know, this is actually called a Gozinta. And you may ask, like, why is it called a Gozinta? Well, really, to confuse you even more, this is a Gozinta, and this piece is a Gozanta. So if you ever do throttle linkage, make sure Gozanta, Gozinta. This Gozanta goes onto the ball, so it goes onto. This goes into the rod from the pedal, so it's a Gozinta. All right, so tech tip as well. Anytime you change oil and filter in your car, it doesn't matter if it's a race car or street car, think about this. The oil filter itself is dry when it's made new. It has to have oil go through it before it gets to the parts in the engine needs to lubricate. So anytime you change the oil and filter in your car, make sure pre-fill the filter with as much oil as you can. That way when you put it on the car and you have startup, it helps it not be as dry. So in this car and all of our other stuff, we typically use the Maxima. This is a 20W50. Main thing with racing oils is you want to have something that has zinc. Zinc is a good lubricant, so it's not just like oil itself. You actually have to have minerals inside of oil, because when you get into those high performance engines, tolerances are really close. And when you look at bearings failing, the less lubricant they have, the hotter they get, the quicker they fail. This does actually hold the scoop on. So practical purposes, whenever you have a car like this with a front mount scoop, a lot of air goes in there, so the scoop top actually will anchor down to here, and this is held onto here, bolted to the carburetor to the intake to the engine. So if your scoop's gonna go off, that means everything else coming out of the car. Very important to have it secured. If for some reason, hopefully not, but if you threw a rod or somehow puncture the oil pan, this is actually really absorbent material, like a baby diaper. So all that oil that's in the pan, instead of going underneath the car, on the track, underneath your tires, this would make it all stay in the diaper, hopefully saving your car and saving the heat from the fans because you stopped racing on the track.
Almost got it tight.
Oh,
Almost
yeah.
time for startup.
Yep, doing the final manual Ugga-Duggas, and 14 foot-pounds of pressure right there.
There's 14 feet in there.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, so the model driver's back. Mystery Mike on stage today. Yeah, I'm not an Eagle today. I know everybody out there thought I was gonna, do something with the Eagle. Sat in Eagle, really comfortable car. And quite honestly, I thought sitting in the seat of Cletus McFarland was gonna be way too big. I actually was very comfortable. But, in the case of sponsorship money, wasn't there, didn't quite get enough up for Eagle. So today, since I still don't have any sponsorship money, I came to model with another car. So I want to see what you guys think about this. It's a blue 1963 Corvette. Of course, I don't know how to drive it. Probably would hit the wall or something stupid anyways if I drove it, but I'm going to model with this car. So I'm going to try to break Facebook and the internet again by sitting in a car and putting a post out there that says I may get to drive this car if I get enough sponsorship money. The owner of this car told me 10 bucks to enter and 10 bucks to drive it and 10 bucks to leave the track with it. So for 30 bucks, I think we might be able to drive this car. They showed me where reverse was, so I understand. Put the shifter in reverse, mash this button on the steering wheel, and so far we managed to back up straight. That was with some guidance with Isaac, so I appreciate the help, because probably couldn't hold the wheel straight if that was the case. And for me, hearing the sound of an engine is way better than the Tesla that I thought I might drive. Am I gonna go straight, left, right, hit the wall, drive in the grass? For those that watched, I can drive the Mini Funny car, I thought pretty good. Didn't quite understand the full concept of a car, but I think this just might be my day.
All right, so I've been looking at our path here, and right now he's headed straight to the grass. So if he's gonna try pulling a longer burnout, it may be partially off-road.
And what they said is almost a pro mod car doing a burnout. Don't try this at home, but you're gonna like what you see.
When we started this band, I
Michael. Hey, I think you got muscle memory. Oh, that was good. That was a hell of a save. I thought we were about to do body work.
We're not taking fence posts down today. Alright, so we got a big tire. Garrett had a small tire. I think that's our disadvantage. So for now, we'll count that as Garrett, I see your burnout, I raised you one, save it in the grass.
Oh yeah. Oh, that tail. That tail came close. It was here's the tire. It was here.